Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. This has been long awaited, way overdue. I have been asked over the years to make a YouTube channel, but you know, my I just didn't know what to do with it. So now that I do nails, I know what to do with my YouTube channel. So here we are. But I'll talk about all the details in the next video. So for now, just join me and watch me make some press-ons, some Halloween themed press-ons while I talk about the process and I just yap about other things. So love you guys. Thank you everyone for the support. I'm very excited to start my YouTube journey. This is actually crazy that I'm doing this. So love everyone. Tune in and enjoy the video. So I started off with 2 coats of black gel polish, and now I'm just ombreing. Wow, I'm just ombreing some blue cat eye uh around the black to make it like just different kind of ombre-ish styles and like blend into the black background. So I'm just using the magnet here to concentrate the cat eye effects. It's kind of random. I didn't really have a technique to it, but just kind of how I liked it and how you can see it best in the light. My angle and like lighting isn't the best. I'm trying to figure out all that stuff. But bear with me in the process. Bear with me with a lot during this process for now. Even like um, editing this video has taken me just like way too long just because of the storage and such that I have. But I'm grinding to produce these videos because I've been just wanting to create content and I've always wanted to do it with nails. So now that I have the opportunity to, I'm definitely doing it. And then for each nail, I just cure it quickly so the cat eye effect doesn't go away. Because if you do let it sit for a bit, kind of the sparkles just start to disperse, and then you kind of lose the effect of the cat eye. So you just want to make sure you like flash cure before that happens right after you create your desired effects. Now I'm just making some ghosts to go on the cat eye background. I'm not really like overthinking it, or I try not to with like how they looked and stuff. Like if they weren't, I wanted the lines to be crisp, so I was picky about that. But like the overall shape and orientation of how the ghosts looked, I wasn't like too picky about. And they're pretty easy to do, as you can see. I next time I would make them a little smaller. By the time I got to maybe like the third nail, I kind of made them a little smaller just so I had more space to like dramatize the tail a bit more, the arms, or just different parts of the ghosts to make them look, just more creative. And as you saw, I filled in most of it with the actual nail brush just to save time. Otherwise, we'd be here all night. So anytime there are like big sections to polish, you can always just use the actual nail brush and then fill in what you need to fill in with the nail art brushes. Some footage from this is missing, probably most likely amongst me transferring all the videos and stuff. And then from what I did have, a lot of it was out of frame because I'm also working on my angles. But here's the final result. And this is the next day because I do these pretty late at night and then I go to my bed, like the next day kind of thing. So I went to my bed after that first set, and then I'm doing a different design on my next hand. I'm still keeping the blue theme, but just a little bit different. And then I did custom make this blue because I don't know, I just had like a certain vibe in my head of a blue that I didn't have like as a polish. So I just created one. I was watching the new monster film on Netflix of Ed Gein, and I just had to pause here because I could not believe what I was watching. And I just have to say, I watched this one and the um like monsters, like twins, the Menendez twins, and great actors. I just have to say great actors, okay? But I have to go back and watch it because I just need a clearer observation of what I watched the first time. You know those ones? Yeah. So here I'm just making a French tip of the same blue that I did the thumb, and then I also did two coats of the nude and the blue of the thumb. Here I'm just making an outline of that same blue. I'm just adding a second layer. I just did second layers, 2 layers, sorry, for everything, especially the blue because it was pretty sheer. So I just wanted to make sure it popped as much as possible. And I'm leaving the cuticle, like the very bottom section, blank because I'm going to be drawing a pumpkin after with some cat eye. Now I'm starting to outline the pumpkin, and I used a shorter, more detailed brush for this because, it is more of a design with more detail versus all the line work that I was doing previously. And this just gives me more control of what I'm drawing and make sure my lines are as neat as possible. I'm now filling the pumpkin with silver cat eye, and that will be our accent of this set. So still keeping that blue and cat eye theme, but just kind of switching it up a bit. And I also went back with my liner brush and did a line of that silver cat eye underneath the blue French. For the cat eye, to avoid doing double layering, because depending how you want your cat eye design, it can be tricky to make it like as clear as possible with multiple layers. So I just made sure I concentrated all the reflective, parts that I wanted to where I wanted it to be seen. So that way I can avoid, doing more than one layer, if that makes sense. So just to make it as concentrated and vibrant in the first layer as I can. So you can see that here. I keep playing with it until you can like really see the shine and the reflective effect on it. Going back in with the detail brush in the blue, I'm making the lines of the pumpkin so it has kind of that dimension. And on the thumb now, I'm drawing out Scream, Cat Eye Scream. I always wanted to do Scream nails, always found them like super cool. So I'm kind of proud of how I did it, and it was not that difficult, like at all. To my surprise, it was like fairly easy. I feel like as long as you kind of know how to work your lines and stuff, um, the art gets easier even though you may not know what you're doing, maybe your first time doing that specific art. Here I am creating dots to make some blood drips, but like blue blood drips. Whatever animal has blue blood, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if you want. It's really random. But here, so I just did each dot and then I'm connecting each dot with a line and then I'm going in to kind of, round out the edges and make it more drippy, droppy looking, more juicy. hmm With my pinky nail, I'm going in with the sponge to create an ombre aura look with the blue. My battery was starting to die at this point, so I did continue the rest off camera. But I just did a few layers. Here are the results. So you can see I did like a heart spider web on that nail, and then I finished also the scream nails. And then for also the middle finger with the blood drops, I added a layer of builder gel on top to kind of create that textured look. And then now to prep for applying the press-ons. This is also, no, this is the same day. This is the same day. So I was like, you know what, I might as well finish it because I really wanted to put them on and see how they looked on. So I'm just filing the insides of each of the nails, and this is optional. You don't have to do this with press-ons, but I find it creates more adhesion or allows for more adhesion when you rough up the nail, kind of like how you do on your natural nail when you're prepping for certain services. So I just find this creates a longer lasting results. Along with wanting to, to see how the design looked, I'm also testing for the quality of these press-on nails because I am working on selling custom sets. I've been really interested in the press-on industry, so very much stay tuned for that. And I very much wanted to try long stilettos or stilettos in general. Never tried them, so I was just very excited to wear them. I sped this part up even more. I will do an in-depth manicure slash prepping video, but just for now, you don't have to do a whole manicure to apply your press-ons. It's mainly just the prepping. That's kind of different for press-ons, but I just love me manicure. So I just decided to give myself a manicure, and I did me one because it was after maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks. I usually need to clean up my cuticles, but I will for sure make an in-depth video because I love doing manicures, and my cuticles are my favorite part of any service. So very much stay tuned for that. Coming soon to a YouTube channel near you on J. Nailed It. J. Nailed It. Thank you. A tip I learned while applying press-ons, like full nail extensions or extension tips in general, um, my hands are, like, as an example, are pretty crooked. Like, a lot of my fingers don't point, like, straight out. So to angle your hand, like, away from you, like how I did there to apply your tip versus, when you, like, bend your hand and your fingers are pointed downward, um, I find that you can get a more accurate positioning of the nail on your nail bed if your nails are pointed upward and you just look at them kind of straight on how I'm doing here. So that's just kind of why I apply my nails that way. All right, guys, these are the final results of them applied onto my nails. I love how they turned out for my first try. I think they absolutely eat. I could have improvements for sure, but can't really tell on the overall, I love them. I will be posting pictures on my Instagram. Please check those out. And please follow my TikTok, Instagram. Everything is at J Nailed It. Like, comment, and share if you guys liked this video. And please subscribe if you'd like to stick around for more content coming to y'all very, very soon. I love you guys. Thanks for all the support. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.